Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time this message finds you. I trust that you and your family are well. And this morning, I just wanted to share. It's a question, actually, that I've been thinking about, and that is, how come so many people still have faith in this system, right? I mean, this system, and particularly today, I'm going to be dealing with the financial system, right? Most of us would be aware that, but we had three banks or financial institutions that collapsed in the U.S. and Credit Suisse in Switzerland just last week, all failing, right? Credit Suisse was taken over by another large Swiss bank. But what I've been thinking about is last week, Wednesday, I believe it was, the financial system was downgraded from stable to negative. The financial system in the US, not these individual banks that already failed, but the financial system, right? From stable to negative. Now you can check that out and to determine what that means. But I'm not going to go too much into that detail. Now, the thing about it is something that I've always been, talking about, and actually it's not new, because we did have a major financial crisis in 2008, which was kind of papered over by some federal measures, right? And again, the issue was not resolved, as anybody who looked into it would know. Now, it's not a matter of them at this point finding a solution to the problem, because the problem cannot be solved. The issue is the financial system itself, right? It is possibly the largest Ponzi scheme that has ever been, right? The system is built on trust, and literally once that trust is eroded, the system falls apart, and that trust is held up, or that trust is underpinned by ignorance of the system itself. The current monetary system, and again, the US, they are the guardians, right, of this current international financial system, right, with the dollar being the international reserve currency, where all countries use the dollar to transact international business, right? So at some level, right, some more than others, are tied to the system because of the use of the dollar. Now, going back to the system itself, where you can describe it as a game of musical chairs. If you don't know musical chairs, it's a game where you have 10 people playing, but you have 9 chairs, right? So there's always less chairs than people playing, and as people move around the chairs with music playing, the music would stop, and then when the music stops, it is the participants that are playing needs to find a chair. Obviously, someone is going to be left standing in that game, and that is how it continues. A chair comes out, and then it goes on again, All right. Now in this system here, obviously, this is a situation where more chairs were taken out, but more people added to the system, right? So you have more people being added. So from the 10 persons that started, it went to 20, then it went to 100, then it went to 1,000, then 1,000,000 people, dancing around some chairs. The persons who are closest to chairs, they are the insiders, because they're closest to chairs. They can see the chairs, they can see the DJ when he's about to stop the music and all that. The persons on the outside, they cannot see the chairs. Most of them aren't even hearing the music, but they're going around other people, right? And when you have a situation where the music stops or the music is paused, then people frantically begin looking for chairs, realizing that there are no chairs. This is what we have at the moment. Again, insiders are out a long time, right? When one of the things that I wanted to do, or I began doing, was looking into the stock market to do some investments and so on during the period of the pandemic. It took me about 3 months to do some research and look into what are the best stocks to invest in and that type of thing. And that is when I realized how precarious the financial system really was, right? A lot of stocks that were grossly overpriced. And talking about the insiders, many of you would hear about Warren Buffett, and of course this is one of the people who has been financially successful and one of the most shrewd traders. And so, not really a trader, because he invests, right? He doesn't sell his stocks. And that was one of the red flags for me when in 2001 it came out that he would have sold out 100% of the shares that he had in banks. And these are solid banks, not the banks that recently failed. Warren Buffett, who one of his principles of investing is not to sell stocks that you buy, because he is viewed as owning part of that company, began selling 100% of stocks in banks. And again, that was 2001, right? It came out in 2001, which means he would have sold them in 2020. That for me signaled that the system was not as healthy as people were trying to make it out to be. And today we're seeing the effects of that. For me, there is, and I said, it's not financial advice, but I am not interested in playing that game. I am interested in getting out of the system. I want to build my own chair so I can sit when I want, I can stand up when I want. It might be a smaller chair, somewhat portable, but it's where I believe that you would find the most individual freedom, right? And not tying yourself to a system that is actually already collapsing. The things that I talk about, again, if people have eyes to see and ears to hear, that they would be able to recognize what is actually going on at the moment. So my encouragement is, again, seek knowledge, get wisdom, get understanding, and begin to make decisions that are based on sustainable future for yourself and for your family. All right, that's just what I wanted to share this morning. So continue to take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, you are willing, be blessed.